Okay, so fasting. I'm going to be fasting during Ramadan. What tips do you have for nutrition?
For nutrition, so overall, we know in the morning. So should we start from the morning when you first start eating, or when you're breaking your
Well,
fast?
we will have from average 9 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
to maybe 3 o'clock in the morning, or maybe four,
Okay.
to eat. And just bear in mind, 2 hours in those, usually people are praying. Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
like at 9, from 9 to 9:30 we eat, and then up to 11 we're
Mm-hmm.
like praying, we're doing like the praying stuff, and then
Mm-hmm.
you have the rest, another 3 hours or 3 hours and a half to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the only time we have, about probably 4 hours.
4 hours. Yeah.
Yes,
Which is so small. It's such
very
a short
small.
period to like fit
Yes.
in your food.
Mm.
Most, like, intermittent fasting, you have at least like 8 hours, but 4 is half the time. So it's a lot of work,
Yeah.
and you have to prepare and think about it properly.
Yeah.
So say in the evening meal, when you break your fast, typically you would have, for example, dates, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so having dates would be good. Again, it's rich in copper, magnesium, a lot of minerals, which is good. And then you would have some water. Now,
Mm.
water is really important in Ramadan because obviously, especially if it gets hotter, you need to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
One thing with water, you don't
Yeah.
always have to find it from just water from your tap or your
Yeah. Yeah.
bottle.
Yeah.
You can get it from fruit.
Mm-hmm.
So fruits like watermelon, as you know, fruits like grapes, fruits that are rich in basically juicy fruits
Yeah.
add to your water content. So
Mm.
that's about hydration.
Yeah.
Even if you're having soup, that will contribute to your hydration.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to dive into like foods to avoid in Ramadan.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think all the Arabs,
Yeah.
the Asians, the Africans in general want to
Yes,
know
for
what to
sure. For
avoid.
sure. So we all know, even now, even when it's not Ramadan, we should be having low amounts of high sugar, high salt, and high fats. Because firstly, they're not going to fill you up, so you're going to be hungry throughout the day. And secondly, they contribute to obviously ill health outcomes. So avoiding your biscuits and your sweets. Obviously, you can break your fast with your dates, which is obviously nice and sweet and high in minerals and vitamins. But apart from that, we need to avoid your crisps and especially fizzy drinks, because that's just going to fill you up, especially,
Yeah.
and add to your sugar.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you have that you think that you should
Me,
avoid? Yeah,
to be
yeah.
honest, my family we don't do the usual Moroccan iftar or the any of
Okay.
the other traditional iftar. We just eat normally. We obviously break our fast with dates,
Mhm.
and with milk, just a little bit of
Mhm.
milk, not too much. We pray for like 10 minutes, and then we come back. We have soup. We have like a Moroccan harira. That's the only thing. It's pretty rich um in vitamins because it has vegetables, it have lentils, it has peas.
Mhm.
Um, anyway, it's filling. It's actually filling. And then we have like I can't eat after that because I'm so full. So I
Mm.
have this. The plate is this small. A
Mhm.
little bit of rice, just a little bit, this
Oh
much.
wow.
Literally,
Okay.
I
Okay.
can't. I swear, like, there's no space after
Mhm.
I have the soup. This much rice and vegetables and a little bit of protein.
Okay.
And then I have like a bigger meal, slightly bigger, at
Mhm.
around midnight.
Mhm.
And then between that I drink water, and then again between that meal and the suhoor meal, which is just before we start fasting, I drink again more water, and then for suhoor I'll have eggs and I have
Mhm.
porridge. I feel
Okay.
like it really helps me stay full throughout the day. Porridge with banana and eggs. For
Yeah,
me
that's great.
it just works really good. That's what I have.
Nice. That seems like really structured. The only things I could add to that, for example, your porridge,
Mm.
you could add some seeds or nuts
Yeah.
on top.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Sometimes, yeah.
healthy. That's healthy fats. it keeps you fuller for longer.
Yeah.
And because it's so low volume, when you're eating it, you don't feel too stuffed as well. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, like flaxseed,
Flax seeds. I
pumpkin
was gonna say
seed.
flax seeds and
Yeah,
chia seeds. I
yeah,
used to have
yeah,
that as well. Um,
exactly.
we
Yeah.
usually just buy them from the organic supermarket, but you can get them
Mm.
from really cheap. The actual flax seeds, they come. Oh, I have them downstairs in its original form, and you can literally just blend it, and then
Yeah.
it becomes powder, and you can use that in your shakes.
Mm.
You can use that
Oh,
with your
nice.
protein shake. You can use that, with
Yeah,
your oats and stuff like that. They're really good. Pancakes, you can have it with pancakes as well. Like you mix
yeah,
it with the pancake mix.
that's a good idea. Yeah.
Not the
And then,
pancake mix that you buy, you buy from the supermarket, but the pancake mix that you actually make, with the
actually
egg and the
makes you,
banana
yeah,
and that one. You were gonna say
yeah.
something?
No, so yeah, your breakfast I feel like is sorted. The oats, add some chia seeds, some nuts, and then on the side you have banana,
Yes.
and then
Yes,
you have
yes.
your water,
Yeah.
and then you have eggs as well for your protein. So that's
Yeah, yeah.
perfect.
You know what? I feel like for Ramadan, it is the only month that it's so much easier to manage the food and you keep it focused and just
Mhm.
there's no time to
Mhm.
what's the word when you just mess around, you just like have anything. Like there's no
Yeah.
time. Do you
Yeah.
understand? You have to respect the time where you
Yeah.
have to eat because you only have that time. And the
Yeah.
rest of the
Makes sense.
times, you want to focus on your praying because that's the whole point of the month. So
Mhm.
you don't want to waste too much time snacking or watching too much TV.
Mhm.
But I know a lot of people, they struggle a lot with eating in Ramadan
Yeah.
because first thing first is that they are as soon as they break their fast, they
Mhm.
have a very small amount of food. Like they probably break their food with some samosa or something oily, and then they're
Mhm.
really full and they can't eat that much afterwards, or they just generally can't eat all the
Yeah.
food they're supposed to eat in 4 hours. What do you think? Because I know a lot of my clients ask me this. What do you
Yeah.
think that people who really can't fit in all their calories
Yes.
in 4 hours? What do you think they should do?
Okay, so I think we should stick to, firstly, the first thing would be fiber.
Yeah.
So fiber keeps you fuller for longer.
Mm.
And I don't know about your rice or whatever, but you can have, for example, brown rice. And if you don't like brown rice, you can have white rice, but mix
Mm.
it with a lot of fiber-filled vegetables.
Mm.
So you can chop some carrots, you can chop some courgette in there, and
Mm.
you can have a small portion, but as long as the fiber content's there, it'll keep you fuller for longer. But on top of that, I'd probably say having your healthy fats. So your hummus, your nuts, your oils, and what's the other thing we said? Avocado,
Yeah.
because they are so high in calories
Yeah.
as well.
Mm.
And even having oily fish like salmon,
Yeah.
like a steak, like 130 grams, which is like a little fillet of salmon, is like about over 250 calories.
Mm.
And that is such a small portion. So to eat that and have it with other little bits will
Yeah.
really contribute to your calories.
Um. My brain just got blank, but I heard everything that you said.
Yeah.
I I I don't know. Okay, you can tell me if this is right or wrong or needs to be adjusted. Obviously, because people can't really eat that much for
Hmm.
like those 4 to 5 hours. They should
Hmm.
focus on dense
Exactly.
food that are high in calories rather than
Yeah.
food that are low in calories. Because
Exactly.
at the end of the day, you want to meet your caloric intake instead of just filling up your belly with food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why healthy fats are so good, because not only are they full of calories, but you'll meet a lot of your mineral, like your vitamin and mineral requirements,
Yeah, that
And that's
including
why.
peanut butter.
Exactly. And that's protein as well.
Mm-hmm.
So having some peanut butter with some like light crackers or something,
Yeah, because I was
or
doing.
even
Go on. Because
no.
I was doing some research. Because back in the day, I was obviously like really heavily invested into weightlifting.
Mhm.
Obviously, my lifestyle changed changed throughout all these years, but at some point, a very a bigger portion of my life, I was weightlifting, and I needed to eat. I needed to eat a lot. So I was just looking at the food that are quite dense and high in calories, and that's what I found. I found dark chocolate and peanut butter, what's it called, the avocado, and I can't remember what else I found, but there was like a few other things that I don't remember. But if you
Greek yogurt is really good as well.
okay.
High fat, so the normal Greek yogurt, it's so good because it's got so much calcium, it's got so much calories and protein as well, so you're hitting everything, and it's easy to eat. It's like a liquid when it goes into your mouth, so it doesn't keep you too full.
So obviously, just a reminder for everyone for Ramadan, just to make sure that you are making use of the month and you're able to pray and actually feel better, because you want to feel at ease, so that way you're able to make the most out of it. Just make sure that you stay away from fried food, so all the samosas, or the, if you're Moroccan, the shabakia, the msimmin, the everything that's fried.
Exactly.
Just stay away. Okay, just grill that stuff, barbecue, steam,
oven bake.
It will make such a big difference in your health. You will feel it. You really would. Okay, so managing food and portions when living with extended family. Obviously, like, people, they have to cook for a lot of people, and they find it hard to manage their portions. What do you think they should do?
Well, first things first, with your extended family, always prioritize anyone who has any like health conditions and stuff. They're first, okay, of course. So like diabetes, people with diabetes, they need to eat regularly and stuff. But in terms of portion sizes, it's so key to plan before, especially if you've got a big family. I mean, you need everybody to have the amount of rice, the protein, and the fats you need. So plan ahead, but most importantly, keep all leftovers and freeze whatever you can. Like, you can freeze a lot of things. You can even freeze cheese. But you can freeze your curries, your stews, and just keep them left over and to have again when need be.
Nice.
Are you from a big family? Do you have a big family at home?
No, it's just 3 kids and my dad and mom. Both my dad and mom eat the same food. Me and my brother eat similar food, and then we have an alien living with us. That's my little sister. She's, I don't think she's human. She photosynthesizes. That is how she gets her energy, from the sun and the air. The oxygen. It's just I think this generation, they really, I honestly think in school they need to teach them more about nutrition.
100%, I agree.
They don't understand food. They know nothing about food, and therefore they eat all the wrong food.
Exactly.
They live. All they eat is the noodles, and everything is takeaway. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Exactly. You just need to hide vegetables in their food. Even in the noodles. Add some secret peas and carrots, even though they're quite colourful, but just get them to eat small amounts.
These kids in this country are very difficult. Like,
I know.
They've been given too much power by the country. I don't know. Like, you can't. As a parent, I'm not a parent, but I see my parents. I see other parents with their kids. They just, I don't know. Let's not get into that. So for the people who meal prep, sometimes they can't meal prep, or want to eat anything different. Okay, wait, hold on. When you cannot always meal prep or want to eat anything different, like an idea about fasting and again portion and what to eat. Okay, so I'm assuming this is for someone who usually or sometimes meal preps, but sometimes can't get to meal prep. What can they do?
What can they do as an alternative? So a quick and easy meal would be good. So grabbing something from your cupboard. again, in my recipe book that I'll be sharing with you guys, you will be able to find out some quick, easy recipes. But just
Mm-hmm.
putting together something where you have a protein, your vegetables, and a carbohydrate, no
Yeah.
matter what it is, as quick as possible.
Yeah.
I don't know, what's your go-to in terms of your quick meal?
If I can't meal prep, I mean, I haven't meal prepped for a very long time, but when I used to meal prep, and then all the food is done and I've got like 2 days left in the week that I don't know what I'm gonna be eating, I literally just, it's so simple. Like I make meals that takes me like 15 minutes to make. Yeah, so I just grab something from the vegetables from the frozen vegetables, quickly put them in the pan, or defrost them real quick, put them in the pan with the spices, let it cook quick, and then I get some fish, quickly just again put it in the oven, just put the spices on the top, put it in the oven, that's cooked. We usually have the rice or the pasta already cooked, so that's done. If it's not, I just quickly cook it on the side. So literally, some people just complicate cooking and complicate food. You can make it so simple. Like this country, you can literally buy cut onions.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man.
Obviously I wasn't born in this country. I came here when I was 15, and there's a lot of things that I've seen that I found really weird, and this was one of the things that I found weird. Like, why do you need that? But it's there and it's easy, so make use of it, and for the times that you're not bothered.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, exactly. And the chopped vegetables and the frozen vegetables are so quick to make.
It's and you don't really need to stand there and like just put the spices in it and just let it cook. It won't take you that much. Stir fry, with some soya sauce to give it some flavor. I haven't cooked for a while, but I mean, my dad cooks, but he knows what we like to eat. He knows, but that's what I used to do when I used to cook. And yes, this one is very, I know a lot of people have this problem. Drinking 2 liters of water in Ramadan in 4 hours or 5 hours, whatever. How can people drink that much? I tried, and I feel by because obviously 3:30 you need to stop, and I feel like I'm a walking balloon
with water
water inside. I can't I can't sleep. I'll have to stay awake till 6 a.m. to be able to sleep. What do you think?
So I heard before you were saying that you have like small sips throughout your day.
But I still want to make 2 liters, and those sips don't. Do you understand? Like 2 liters is a lot to drink in 5 hours.
No, 100% it is. So that's what I was saying before. I was talking about fruits and vegetables. Having high water content fruit and vegetables. So, for example, spinach. Your fruits such as watermelons, melons, even oranges, they all contribute to your fluids. And even when you're having tea, that contributes. If you're having yogurt, I know it sounds like it doesn't, but that all contributes. Having your curries and your stews, that contributes. So even those little things make a difference. But in terms of getting like your actual water in, I would just say to try and keep sipping as much as possible. And even if you make a smoothie, that contributes to your water intake as well, and you get all your fruits.
There is one thing that my dad always used to tell me as a kid, still does. It's when it's drinking water. So obviously, let's put that in a Ramadan perspective. If you just had your iftar and you're starting to drink water, apparently, I didn't actually try to look it up and see if it's right or wrong, but he's been telling me this since I was a kid. It would say, don't drink water after you eat, because the enzymes it dilutes the enzymes and it doesn't break down the food properly. Is that true?
So no, there's no evidence behind that.
No
research has showed it. I mean, some people say, having hot water can help with digestion. It's not meant to speed up your digestion, but it can help you feel better when you drink hot water. Do you know what I mean? It can make you feel, you'll settle your stomach. But apart from that, It won't dilute any enzymes. Like your body and its pH is constantly regulating itself. Having a glass won't affect anything.
Okay.
Hmm.
Because I'm just thinking, if I'm drinking so much water and at the same time also I have all the food in my stomach and all the water, it's just a whole soup. Becomes like a soup in the stomach. And is that good? Is like I don't know.
The transit time of water from your stomach into like your bladder and your gut or whatever is quite quick, so it will pass through quite quickly. Yeah,
But
so I wouldn't worry too much.
aren't they all going through the same digestive system and into the stomach, so they all sit in there?
Yeah, but then it gets absorbed out. So, for example, if you need water in your blood and osmosis, it will go from your gut into your bloodstream. And then obviously, if you don't need it, it'll come out in your bladder, and then you're...
All right.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that my dad is watching this right now. I should have told him to watch it on his phone, but I'll make him watch it when we're done. I'm sure you get asked this a lot of time. How often can we have white rice, or should we completely avoid it for weight loss?
Okay, so this question I get asked all the time.
Yes.
A lot of people come to me for this one. Okay, so white rice, as you probably know, has no like beneficial nutritional value.
Yeah.
It has a very small amount of vitamins and minerals.
Yeah.
And it has zero amount of fiber, which is obviously really bad.
White rice. Why is it that Chinese people eat it a lot?
Yeah, so in Asian and Oriental like cooking, they have it like for breakfast. But maybe it's because their portion sizes are a lot smaller. But in like African and Asian communities, we tend to have quite a big portion of white rice. And that's contributed so much to the development of type 2 diabetes. So in terms of white rice, I would obviously try to limit it as much as possible and have the majority whole grains. So your brown rice, your bulgur wheat, even couscous, barley, giant couscous.
Quinoa.
There's so many. Quinoa, yes, exactly. There's so many.
But white rice gets a lot of bad press.
Yeah.
If someone wants to have white rice, is that bad?
If someone was to have white rice, is that bad?
Someone have white rice. Yeah.
No, it's not bad. Like, it's fine. You can have it. Just be mindful of your quantity.
Yeah. And for regarding weight loss and white rice, what do you recommend?
And weight loss, the thing is with white rice, because it's so easy to eat, and its sugar content is sort of higher, you feel it will just go straight through. You can eat like a whole plate and not get particularly full. So in terms of weight loss, I would stick to a quarter of your plate of white rice maximum, and then the rest protein and vegetables. With brown rice and other like whole grains, you can have a little bit more. So if you want to eat more and feel like you're eating more, stick to the whole grains. But if you want to stick to white rice, make sure it's only a quarter of your plate.
How would do you cook a brown rice?
I do, but I don't really like it that much, to be fair. That's just a taste thing.
How do you cook it?
I boil it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what and obviously, I just prepare it like normal white rice.
I recommend for people, because I know like obviously Asians eat a lot of like the Pakistanis and the Indians and even the Africans, who make, tell me the name please, the jollof rice and stuff. Maybe try to use the same spices that you use for white rice and cook it for brown rice and see how that comes out. I'm sure it'll be fine. And if you have it more often, then you'll get used to the taste. Because I know like a lot of people find it hard to make the transition between the white rice and white everything to brown. And because it tastes different. But it's literally just getting used to it.
It's true. But like, for example, for me, like I just don't like it that much at all. So I just stick to other grains. So like bulgur wheat and stuff. And bulgur wheat, and like, if you mix it with quinoa, like it's so high in protein. and high in fiber, and it even has such a texture that is similar to a white rice.
Yeah,
So
it's
if
nice.
you're feeling something similar,
Yeah.
definitely. And you can cook it the same. Like I
Yeah.
made jollof, bulgur wheat.
Yeah.
But some of my clients, I made a alternative. I made a brown rice biryani, and he tried it and he said it was amazing.
Ooh,
So
I've never had that.
yeah, so I might give it a try, and then I might be hooked to it. So
That's nice.
yeah.
Hold on, I've got another question. By the way, you guys, if you have, I'm so sorry, I did not say this to you. If you have any questions that you want to ask Sophie, literally just type them on the chat. So you can type on the chat and ask any questions that you have. Obviously, if you need to make a quick account on Twitch, then you can make it real quick and then come back and ask the questions, because obviously I think you need to have an account to be able to type on the chat. So you can make it real quick. It take you like 2 minutes, and come back and ask her any questions that you have, because we're answering questions now that have been asked like a million times. So just making use of the fact that Sophie's here, so you can ask her any of the questions. I have another question. I think I probably have like 2 more, and if anyone has any questions, please ask them. I'm so sorry I didn't say this to you guys earlier. Oh, the shakes, protein shakes. Okay, so I know there is these protein shakes that people supplement for meals, and I know there's protein shakes that people have after they work out. Is there a difference between both? Are they good? Are they bad? Are they needed? Are they not? What do you think?
So in terms of protein after a meal, after your workout, as opposed to before, is that right?
Say that again.
As in, are you asking about the differences between protein before and after a meal, protein shakes? Oh, not a meal, sorry, a workout.
Yeah. So I'm asking about the protein that you have after you work out, and I'm asking also about the protein that you use for food supplements, for a meal supplement.
Okay. So in terms of like having it before or after your workout, I would definitely have it after, because studies are strong evidence to show having protein after, at least like an hour after, will help with protein synthesis and your muscle growth. So that's that for sure. But in terms of the protein from a shake versus protein from like your animal sources like chicken and beef, if possible, I would always stick to the food first, simply because protein sources from red meat, fish, and chicken have so many other vitamins and minerals, whereas a lot of protein shakes are just the protein.
I mean, they do add those vitamins into the shake too.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Some are fortified as well. But having your chicken and your red meats, for example, you can get animal-based protein, so your iron from your red meat, whereas getting that from protein shake is harder. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Because obviously, like, there's people who they're busy and they don't have time to meal prep and or even have breakfast in the morning, and they want that easy alternative. Would you recommend them having a meal replacement protein shake?
Yeah, of course. They're convenient. I still have them. I mean, if it is a case of I can't cook, I'm busy in the morning or whatever, I will have a protein shake, and I feel they're completely fine. And you just have to be careful. I think you're aware of them. I think you sent me a link about some with metals. So just be sure to check about heavy metal usage in protein shakes. And trying to get the organic versions are usually good as well. But apart from that, they're safe to use, and I would if you need to meet your requirements.
Okay. And there are people who have like certain conditions to prevent them. Just going back, because I know, like, obviously we exploring different topics here, but obviously these are questions that people ask more often, and just wanting to touch up on them. So people who have hypothyroidism, they obviously, like, if they maybe they're trying to lose weight and they're finding it hard, what do you recommend for them?
Yeah, so with hypothyroidism, there's actually not any like evidence or research into what foods they can specifically have. It
Mm.
literally, the advice is just to have a calorie controlled, portion controlled diet.
Yeah.
But it's so complex because with hypothyroidism, your weight isn't just affected by fat gain, it's
Mm.
also salt and water retention too. Also, stress affects you as well.
Oh.
So this is something to bear in mind. And if you are tracking your weight and you have hypothyroidism, don't just look at the numbers on the scale, but also look and think, am I bloated? Am I retaining a lot of water? It's obviously very hard to say subjectively, but you can check on your body
Mm.
and see if you're gaining fat or
Yeah.
not. And then, yeah, it's literally just about tracking and meal prepping and making
Mm.
sure you follow a strict calorie diet.
Diet. Do you if they are obviously like you're saying restrict your calorie intake, would
Yeah.
you say someone with hypothyroidism would take them longer to um someone who's, that's if you're comparing two people, with someone with hypothyroidism eating a specific caloric intake and someone else who doesn't have uh, the condition and eating the same caloric intake,
Yeah.
would you say the one with the condition would take them longer to get to
Yeah.
their, yeah, go
Goal
on.
weight. Yeah, so I think it's the medication and the treatment which causes the weight gain.
Mm.
Um, but it's because when you have hypothyroidism, so you know BMR, which is your basal metabolic
Metabolic
rate.
rate, yeah.
Yeah, so for everybody that doesn't know, that is the rate that your body burns at rest. So when it's
Mm-hmm.
doing absolutely nothing, if you're
Yeah.
lying on a bed, just doing absolutely not even blinking, your
Yeah.
body burns calories.
Mm-hmm.
And that can be from as small as 1000 or 900 BMR to say 2000 if you're really active.
Yeah.
Okay. But with people with hypothyroidism, they
Mm-hmm.
would have a lower BMR,
Mm.
which means that the calories that they have would be a lot smaller to maintain their weight. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it means that they would gain weight more easily, and
Mm.
over time they would have to build up their basal metabolic rate, and you can do that through like exercise, for example.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where the fitness aspects comes in.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it.
Mhm.
I mean, obviously, like in the future, we want to do talk about different conditions, and obviously, that's something that you specialize in,
Mhm.
and really touch up on different ones, which is something that we want to do soon. We've got a
Yes.
question
Yes.
from I can't read the name.
Yeah.
Lasa Ifm.
Yes.
I don't know what that is, but thank you for your question. With weight loss, I can imagine it's simple calories in and out. Okay, there are finer intricacies that also play an impact in weight loss. But to your experience, what do you think makes a huge impact on weight loss yet being underrated?
Ooh. So
Stress. Sorry.
so there's so many factors, yeah, including stress, for example.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned before, of course, weight isn't just fat. It's not just fat. There's so many other factors. You've got your muscle, you've got stress factors, you've got water retention, and yeah, water weight can make up to like 4 kg of your body weight. And as a woman, our menstrual cycle and our hormonal changes can really affect our water retention. So
Mm.
that's definitely affecting us as women for sure. But in terms of other things that can have an impact on weight loss, now, I don't know if you've heard about like the low carbohydrate diet and keto diet. It's really in the media. A lot of people are promoting it. Um, Basically, the theory is that high protein and high fat foods results in quicker weight loss.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why they say this is because chicken and meats and protein sources to even digest it, you burn calories. Whereas carbohydrates, you don't burn any calories. You burn more calories by eating protein.
Yeah.
That's the theory behind it. But there's been loads of studies and they've compared them and they say that all calorie deficit diets are the same, no matter what. But all it comes down to the individual and individual advice as well, and your lifestyle. So it's really hard just to give a generic advice about weight loss because everyone's lives is so different, you know.
I think she is asking about. So okay, obviously, like you said, in the media, on social, like everywhere, and everyone, everyone's been taught that okay, you want to lose weight, it all depends on your calories in, calories out. If you have a deficit, you're losing weight. But then again, let's say someone is doing that, but they're not losing weight. What other factors happening around them that could be affecting that? Obviously, like you said, stress is, people underestimate stress. Stress plays a big factor in not allowing the person to lose the weight, even though they're doing everything, they're exercising, so is there anything else and that is affecting?
So there's this thing called NEAT. So that this, with like calories, you burn so many throughout your day, as I mentioned, BMR, but you've also got NEAT. Now NEAT is amount of calories that you burn basically fidgeting. So like
fidgeting like
and I'm not even joking. So that means like me moving my hands right now, me walking up and down the stairs, doing my normal activities, people shaking their leg, all of that contributes. So that those little small things can contribute to your calories and your overall weight loss. I know it sounds crazy. So especially now we're in isolation, so it's quite relevant.
There's less fidgeting at isolation.
Exactly. So I would kind of recommend doing more fidgeting. More fidgeting, going up and down your stairs like your normal routine, cooking, all the things that you usually do.
Housework, just clean your house. Just keep cleaning every day. Clean.
Yeah. But we should definitely do a podcast covering the whole intricacies of weight loss and all the factors and make that a complete topic, don't you think?
Okay. Yeah. Well, there's so much that we can talk about. Obviously, like we started with the coronavirus and nutrition and stuff, but obviously I really wanted to just ask certain questions that we get asked about a lot, and obviously Ramadan's coming soon, so we want to touch up on that as well. If you guys have any more questions, then we can put that together and maybe do another podcast or a hangout where we ask those questions. And obviously we have Sophie's snack ebook,
and meals as well.
Meals, okay. And I think I'll be releasing a Ramadan ebook as well, a nutrition ebook, so which will also include a few exercises that you can do, so you have like the nutrition and a little bit of fitness. And yeah, any more questions? This is your last chance to ask any more questions. And before we go, just want to, like everybody else, just to let you know what we've been up to. Obviously, we've been providing live stream workout classes for that you can do from anywhere in the world, and you can do it from your home. We basically all get together and we do the class I teach. So if you don't know a little bit more about that, we do it on a weekly basis to keep you fit, keep your mental health on check, and keep you happy. Obviously, being in isolation means having to spend so much time indoors. Some people don't have too much space in their homes, so that is affecting their mental health, and just not being allowed out is very can be very upsetting, and you feel a bit stressed and what's the word? I can't remember the other word, but anxious. There you go. So it would help a lot if you get into a little bit, if you start exercising a little bit more. So we do it every week, and if you want to know a little bit more, I will put the link somewhere. Okay, well, you know what? Just go on the link in my bio on my Instagram, and you will find you'll be able to find out more about the live stream classes. If you're watching this on YouTube, I will have the details below. Do you want to add anything else, Sophie?
Feel free to contact me. I mean, during these times, my DMs is open, especially during isolation. Ask me any question you want, and yeah, my at is self.nutrition.
I will on YouTube. I will post Sophie's details, so her at on social media, and probably can I put your email or can they?
Yeah, email's fine as well. Yeah.
Okay, and if she has a website, I will add that too. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and do all that stuff. Obviously, it would help to keep the podcast going. It was nice having you, Sophie.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Have you been watching anything lately? Any TV shows that you want to recommend to people? Obviously, like we're not doing anything, so.
What you mean, as in on Netflix and stuff?
On anywhere.
What was I watching the other day? I was watching Money Heist. I just started it. Apparently, it's so good.
Money what?
Good. Money Heist. Have you heard of it?
That's a film.
No, it's a series on Netflix.
Is it?
Yeah. So I've just started. But everybody's hyping it.
Is it good?
It's actually Spanish, so you have to read subtitles, or you can put the dub on. But yeah.
Not gonna lie, I've been watching Narcos, and by now I'm fluent in Spanish, so.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I've just finished Community. I don't know if you guys know about that TV show, but I'm really disappointed with the last episode. It's 6 seasons, and they've totally ruined the last episode. Anyway, and have you been learning anything? Have you been doing anything in the use? A lot of people have been doing knitting and all that stuff.
I have been trying to learn Spanish. Coincidentally.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, and a bit of Swahili as well. But
Swahili?
We'll see. Yeah, like it would be cool to learn an African language, you know?
Who speaks that language?
What? What country?
What country?
East Africa. So I think Kenya and like Zanzibar.
Okay.
Tanzania.
Where are you learning it?
Where? Just Duolingo. It's amazing. The app.
The app called Lingo.
No, Duolingo. It's a free app where you can just learn languages.
That's cool. I'm gonna check it out because I do want to learn Spanish.
Yeah, definitely try it.
Yeah, I just wanted to know what you guys are up to. I mean, I don't do anything. I'm on social media promoting stuff, letting people know about things that's going on, letting people know about the podcast, the live stream classes, workout classes. What else? Been watching the TV shows. Need to finish Narcos, the second one.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's it really. Yeah. Well, do you want to add anything? Do you want to add anything before we go?
Yeah, that's it really. Just stay home, stay safe.
Please stay home. Please stay home.
Eat a varied diet and you'll be fine. And just stay positive, you know? Don't let stress get to you, because that's one thing that will weaken immune systems, stress and panic. So have no fear. That's it.
If it's supposed to happen, it will happen. Exactly. You can't really. I think people need to understand this one thing is that it doesn't matter how much we try to plan things in our life. It will never go into how you want it. Like, how many times have we tried planning things the way we want it? Has it ever been like how we want it to go? We haven't. And we have this thing, us Muslim people, we say you plan all you want, but Allah is the one who plans. You know, you can go ahead and plan your life, but Allah can just come and be like, you know what?
Yeah.
Change it all up, like.
Exactly.
But so just take it easy, chill, and make sure you follow and subscribe and do all that stuff. And see you guys in the next podcast. And let us know what you think. And thank you for listening. And I hope this helped. Thank you, Sophie, so much for spending time with us. And I hope you guys liked it. I think this is it.
Okay, cool. We'll see you guys.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Guys, I don't know how to end this. Let me call my brother. My brother, if you're watching this, please come upstairs and end this live. I have no idea what's happening. I'm gonna call him. But I think you can hang up if you want to.
Yeah. I'm gonna go on Discord. Okay. See you. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.